For subtitles, please click here on your screen.
Just a humming. Okay, but whatever it is, it's a movie. But that humming, it became such a big hit. Rukmani, Rukmani. Yeah, I think it will be a bit more easy for me. My voice has that tone. So whatever I have done with Rahman, it has worked great for me with God's grace.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning 30 years. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends, how about finding a top take? A wow factor in this episode. Do watch it till the end to grab this harmonic moment of the day.
Now, O2 India presents Talkies Ankahi with unique Indians.
I loved him, he loved me. It went far beyond love. I was 17 and we met at a wedding. And we met briefly, I think for about 5 minutes. And at the end of the evening, my husband-to-be, or Sanjay, actually proposed.
Early 90s, when A.R. Rahman started working on his first feature film Roja, one of the singers he opted for was Sujatha Mohan. Their association started with advertising films. Sujatha sang many jingles for Rahman. She detailed them on the 105th episode of Rahman Music Sheets. Link to that episode is given in the description. The music of Roja transformed the sensibilities of the Indian film industry. It proved to be a turning point not only for Rahman but also for Sujatha Mohan.
तुझ बिन तरसे नैना कादल रोजावे एंगेने कन्नीर वलियुदडी कन्नीर.
It was a natural progression only because when he got the opportunity to work for Roja, first he called me for humming. That humming, KADHAL ROJAVE humming, I had to sing. His secretary or maybe his man Friday, Sami called and told, Akka, இப்படி ஒரு song இருக்கு. அண்ணா பண்றாரு படம் நீங்க ஒரு song கூப்பிட்டுருக்காங்க. That means he's doing a movie. He's called you for a song. And I went there, it was a humming. So I was a little okay, just a humming. Okay, but whatever it is, it's a movie. And I sang and he showed thumbs up after the Maniratnam was there and K Balachander sir was there, Vairamuthu sir was there. But that humming, it became such a big hit. Whenever I make an entrance during shows, that voice is played in many stages. So I think whatever I have done with Rahman, it has worked great for me with God's grace. You say, no, some connections, some people's chemistry or jadakam, it just falls in place. It gels. So I think it works. It worked.
Ma'am, after listening to this humming, I think Mr. SP Balasubrahmanyam gave you a special compliment.
Yeah. That was a great compliment he gave me. Because I was always little, I have not much connection with Balu sir as I have for Dasetan because he's I don't meet him much. Dasanna is a family member, but Balu sir I meet only very rarely, just on stages and all. But so when he told about this, that you sound like a sarangi, the voice and the instrument just goes together. That was a great compliment for me. Rahman stages, when I do that, Balu sir, he used to just, what do you say, Balu sir, no? He's a person who encourages his, or rather speaks high about the singers he's singing with. So he used to, see how she's singing. She used to tell all those things on stage for that small humming.
It was the time now for a full-fledged song. A milestone melody in Sujatha's career that brings home a story of its own.
May Mr. K Balachander, the producer of Roja, always opted for established singers. Here, after a break of many years, you were making a comeback. Now, how did he agree for your voice, that too for a complete song?
Actually, that I don't know, because one thing I admire about AR is that even though that was his first movie, he was very sure that he wanted new voices. Unnimenan, myself, Minmini. The main song of the movie, Chinna Chinna Asai, was sung by a newcomer, Minmini. And that was correct for the situation. No other person would have sung so beautifully as Minmini. And Chithra and SP Balasubrahmanyam definitely was there in one song. But I think he was very sure that he wanted the new voices. So that was his way of treating or approaching a song. I think that worked great for Rahman, and Balachandra sir had to, maybe after hearing the songs he would have understood this is what the song needs. He is also a great artist, so he accepted it definitely. And later in K Balachandra sir's duet movie, I sang, I think he chose my voice. Katirika, Katirika, Gundu Katirika, that is fat brinjal. It is about the heroine, she is telling about the hero who is fat. She is making fun of him. So K Balachandra sir wanted my voice. That means Balachandra sir has approved and appreciated all the new voices, and he was ready to welcome the new voices. Pudhu Vellai Mazhai, oh God, that is, when I was recording for that, Unnimenan had already sung the song. That was something, and the thing about, the most beautiful thing about Rahman's studio is that the way he gives your voice on the cans, on the headphones, it is so, what do you say? You just can't believe it is your voice because it is like feather or something. And this song needed such flow or feathery kind of voice. I could hear myself singing all those portions, the high, all those portions, I was just flowing in there. So I was very confident this song is going to be a big hit because it was totally different, and the lyrics were different, and the feel of the song, it was something else which was not heard in those days. So that day is still so fresh in my memory, and it will remain there always. Such good memories. I love this interview for that.
When you sang this song, Did you know that this song was going to be picturized on a hill station? Because your voice had a very icy feel to it. Did Mr. Rahman treat your voice differently? Did you change your voice for the song?
No, I didn't change my voice because there's a husky tone in my voice always. Earlier it was maybe pre-Rahman. It was not considered a good thing for film singing, but Rahman started to use that aspect of my voice, that huskiness in my voice, that was an added quality to my voice. He loved that tone. So after that, actually it became a slight burden also for me, because in all songs they wanted that tone. All music directors started wanting that tone, and it is very difficult. It is, for a singer, it is not good for the voice if you put it artificially. But sometimes you need, some days you don't get that huskiness in your voice. It's very clear. So you have to add like that to the voice, and it is a bad thing for the voice. But still, those days when all the songs which I used to get had a icy feel to it, and I think that was my greatest plus point. And thanks to Rahman again for that.
Ma'am, for Thamizha Thamizha, you and his sisters sang chorus portions. How was that?
Thamizha Thamizha, of course, we sang the chorus in the Tamil version. Rahman's sisters were there. Arjunan Master was there. Rahman's father was assistant to Arjunan Master in earlier days. So Arjunan Master was there for that recording. He conducted us. Ta 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 ta. That those portions he conducted while we were singing. Rahman's recording those days was more like a family gathering or a family recording, because whenever I was singing some songs which one day I was very sick, I couldn't sing properly. And Rahman's sister was waiting outside whether I was, just to check whether I was singing okay. Then I came out and no, I'm not able to sing this song. I think I have to give up. So it was like that. Okay, she's singing well. Is she doing well? That's the attachment they had for me.
Rukmani Rukmani. Unni Menon and Sujatha Mohan sang the song in Malayalam. For Hindi, Rahman picked Baba Sehgal and Shweta Shetty. SP Balasubrahmanyam and KS Chithra lent their voices for this song in Telugu and Tamil.
I think Chithra was perfect. Each person has a voice tone. Chitra's voice is like that. Shweta Shetty, even if her natural voice is very sensuous, Chithra has a, what you say, godliness in her voice. There is, she can't bring, she can of course bring sensuous this thing, but she has to work on it and bring. There is, that natural thing is, I don't think it's there in her voice. It's more of, what you say, sacred, a very, as you say, it is an innocent tone of voice which Chithra has. Actually, Rahman's choice was little tricky, but still, Chithra is Chithra. She saw to it that song sounds sexy.
How did you interpret that song?
Rukmani, Rukmani. Yeah, I think it will be a bit more easy for me. My voice has that tone. I have sung lots of sensuous songs. It is more easy for me, maybe.
More than 30 years have passed. Songs of Roja still sound fresh. What's so unique about them?
Roja's songs and all the songs which he made during those especially 5-10 years, I think all those songs still are fresh, because it was a total different music that was happening after MSV sir, after Raja sir, those periods. It was totally different. And the way he was approaching the song, or the way he was using the singer's voice, everything was different. And the sounding was different. And there was a lot of melody also in it. The orchestra, the instruments were used. Each person, the instrumentalist was given freedom to bring out his best. And they were given credits for the song, the instrument. In the cassette or CD player, you can see each person's name in the credits. That was a different way of honoring your fellow musicians. And the songs, they remain still because they are beautiful songs, that's all. Then there is no other reason for that. They have everything in it. Best of recording, best of sounding, best of voices, best of instruments, best of melody, best of lyrics. Everything came together, and of course Rahman's blessings. Of course, I vouch on it because I know the way he was recording all the songs, he used to light a candle, and before recording he used to, the atmosphere was so serene, and then only he starts the recording. And during the recording, there is absolutely no tension at all. He makes you feel that you are the best singer, and he doesn't compliment. That's very rare. He doesn't compliment much, but yeah, nice. Just, yeah, we'll try this. He'll encourage you, and at the end, you don't know what you have sung. You go out of the studio, and when it is released, you know, okay, this is what. He takes the best of those and brings the full thing together. So everything together, still those songs are magic. I think the 90s songs, people still, they want those songs. Rahman means 90s is the, for me, I love those songs. Definitely there are lots of songs in the recent times which I love, but my favorite ones are the 90s and 2000, early 2000.
What did Roja do to your career?
Roja was the song. Pudhu Vellai Mazhai was the song which made me establish in Tamil industry. Because after that I started to get lot of recordings, and I never had to look back. There were lot of good songs coming. That's the main thing. You have to get good songs, not the number of songs, the beautiful music. I was very lucky in getting such songs.
For Teruda Teruda, Sujatha had to train a singer who didn't know Tamil. The same song Sujatha sang in Hindi, though she didn't know the language. And singing for Rangila, matching the vocal cords of Asha Bhosle. Sujatha's bag of stories is full of incredible moments. She will be back in our next episode. Stay with us.
I could hear myself singing all those portions, the high, ta 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 ta, all those portions. I was just flowing in there. So I was very confident this song is going to be a big hit because it was totally different, and the lyrics were different, and the feel of the song, it was something else which was not heard in those days. So that day is still so fresh in my memory, and it will remain there always. Such good memories. I love this interview for that.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.